President Trump will sign what he calls one of the most consequential executive orders in history. Moments ago, the White House telling us this will change the lives for millions of Americans. Watch.
United States of America is less than 5% of the world's population, yet we purchase 75% of Big Pharma's profits. We pay an astronomical amount in comparison to other countries around the world. So the president is signing an executive order today that is going to implement most favored nations drug pricing, and is going to reduce the cost of drugs in this country by more than half at least. America is going to pay a better rate and a fairer rate to the rest of the world.
Fox News senior medical analyst, Dr. Mark Siegel, joins us with reaction. I guess this is the number one thing I hear from family members, especially our elderly family members, is the price of prescription drugs. The question is, who is this going to impact, and how quickly will we see the prices go down?
This is a huge moment and a step forward. Most favored nation means, I mean, it's shocking what Carolyn Leavitt, press secretary, was just getting at. You know what these numbers are? We pay 3 times more for prescription drugs in this country than anywhere in the world. And similar countries as us, Lawrence, that make the same amount of money and the same size, we pay 10 times more. And you know, 40% of the drugs in this country, in the world, are developed here. So why are we paying so much more than everybody else, and what can we do about it? He can use the Medicare anvil here to get this going, and it will have an immediate impact. He started with it in 2020 when he first term. Pharmaceuticals fought back, big legal battles. But I believe that the government has the power to do this, to say Medicare is not going to pay more. Medicare is 20% of all the prescription drugs in this country. He started with 50 drugs last time. He's going to probably do a lot more this time. And to answer a question you asked before we came on, once Medicare gets the prices to go down, the others will follow suit. So this will have a big impact across the board. Why should we be paying more? It's the biggest driver of health care costs.
So there's some skeptics that say, well, if the president puts too much pressure on these pharmaceutical companies, they'll just stop selling here in America. What do you make of that pushback? Is that true?
No, they have no choice. You know, I'll tell you a story from years ago where one of our big pharmaceuticals said to Germany, it was actually Pfizer, said to Germany, here's what the price we're going to charge you for Lipitor, okay? Germany said no. Guess what? Germany won. They got the price that they had asked for. If you're a big bloc and this is where the president really excels. He's a businessman. You say to them, this is what we're going to pay. Now, drug prices are stock prices are down. This is going to be a settling.
Yeah, of course, they don't like it.
They don't like it, and they're going to fight it. But why should the American patient be suffering? And that's why 70% of Americans, according to recent surveys, are clamoring for this. And he's right.
I want to get your comments on Edon Alexander. He's the last living American hostage that Hamas has. They're going to release him. It's going to be, first of all, we're excited about this because it's a long time coming, but the repair that he's going to have to go through, tell us about that. What type of medical treatment is he going to need?
I spoke to Dr. Joseph Haik in Sheba Medical Center in Israel this morning, and he said, we're not satisfied till they all come home, but they got a long, long road. And he's the last American there. He's had deprivation, he's had starvation, he's had beatings, he's had psychic trauma. First thing is they'll make sure he's metabolically okay, that his nutrition is okay. You made a great point, Lawrence. His family's got to be around him, emotional support. We don't want hostages reliving any of this. We need comfort, we need love, we need kindness. And your other point also, right now he's going to go to Ichilov Medical Center in Tel Aviv, which is the state-run hospital, 1,500 beds. He'll be stabilized there. He'll have rehab there. But, Lawrence, you said get him home to his family as soon as possible.
He needs that love and compassion there with him 24 hours of the day because it's a long recovery. I watched the video of what happened on October the 7th, of what they could show us in that hour, and that was excruciating. I can't imagine living that, doctor.
Living down there in a tunnel, in the darkness, with no human contact, not knowing whether someone's going to hurt you, whether you're going to get any food, begging for water. Even though he was in the military, of course, everybody in Israel is, that training helps, but the long-term effects are devastating. He'll be treatable, but he'll never completely recover psychologically.
Doc, thanks so much.
Good to see you, Lawrence.
Good to see you, too.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.